It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Washington Wizards. Won by Washington. Wall to Anthony. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Beal to Anthony. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Missed his first. That one goes. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Wall with it up top. Leads just a point. Beal buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. To Cantor. Lays it up and in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Into the front court, it's Wall. 2-point advantage. Missed a wide open look. To Kemba Walker. And his Cantor above the rim.
How about right after the dunk?
Substitutions, Boston. Substitutions, Washington.
Defense, let's go.
Thomas fires the three, so he couldn't get it to go. Nothing going here on that drive. Beyond the arc for 3. Misfires. It's no good. Has a chance. Rebound owned by Washington. Thomas into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
The assist from number 1.
Washington basketball. Thomas.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
5 to shoot for Washington. Here comes the screen. Thomas. Rebound, Ojale. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Thomas with the basketball. 10-all is our score. Gets a look. Can't hit. scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Thomas across the timeline. It's 12-10. Trying to cash in. Thomas' shot there won't go. And count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Team foul number 2.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Substitutions, Boston.
Pass taken away by the Celtics. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Thomas. And counted at the rim.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Kemba Walker sizing up Bryant. To Cantor. Not that time.
And physicality.
Substitutions, Washington. Entering the game.
Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Thomas to Wall from long range. And John Wall knocks down the wide open look.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
To Anthony. 4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Wall to Anthony. Is Smith to Wall. Has a look. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Has a chance. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kicks it outside to Wall. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Walker. Deep left corner. Deep two there. Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
It's Tatum with the rebound. To Hayward. Fires the three, and Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D. Doesn't have the touch, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never... Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Cantor to Hayward. Going a launch beyond the arc, not getting the bounce. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 3 for 4, good start.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Ish Smith to Wall. And he hits.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Thomas into the front court. Margins 8. Ish Smith to Wall. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
That one's going to be out of bounds. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel.
Substitutions. Boston. Into the game.
Gershon Yabusele with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
From the painted area, won't go down. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Thomas with the basketball. Down a dozen. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Jan Mahinmi's got 2 shots coming. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. From 18 feet, at the buzzer, it's good. At the buzzer, he got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second.
Substitutions. Washington. Substitutions.
To Jaylen Brown for 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Down for Smith. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
I got him. My ball.
Beal to Smith. Rebound Jason Tatum. To Jaylen Brown. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Bradley Beal. He's 2 for 2 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from long range. Washington has the rebound. Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Gets a shot up off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
No good. No daylight. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Beal. Deep right corner. Tatum grabs the rebound. Now a steal by Washington. Is Smith. Oh, had him going there for a second. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Beal to Smith.
Substitutions. Boston. Stepping in.
That pass stolen by the Wizards. To Beal. Wall. From the outside, no good. To Jaylen Brown. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Jaylen Brown. Short jumper off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Wall across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Beal. Can't connect from inside. To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Screen coming.
Wall. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Ball's controlled by Boston. And he finishes at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Into the front court comes Wall. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Kemba Walker defended by Wall. To Hayward. To Jaylen Brown. Hayward. He engulfed him that time. Wall into the front court. Down a bundle to Beal. Here comes the screen. To Beal. Trying to cash in. Bradley Beal. 3 for 6 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Block up. There you go.
To Walker. It was right there. That'll be...
Substitutions. Boston. Subbing in for the Wizards. Number 0, Isaiah Thomas.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Knocked loose. Thomas. Short jumper stays out. Rebound taken by the Wizards. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Thomas. Boston secures the rebound. Has a look. Shot won't go. Thomas across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. It goes down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Hayward. Gets it in the left corner. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Thomas.
Cutter.
Spinning shot. Won't fall. Gets a look. Can't hit.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. Thomas into the front court. 14-point deficit. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
And he missed the free throw.
Washington, number 3, Bradley Beal.
Beal. Gershon Yabusele with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
It's a big finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. It's Washington with the basketball. Beal to Thomas.
1 minute remaining in the second.
Isaiah Thomas. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
The assist.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
It's Beal with the rebound. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hands? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Iguodala to bring it up. They find themselves down 10. To Beal. From long range. No, Bradley Beal. Not much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Beal. Tough shot. Well defended. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first half with the Celtics in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Celtics have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Wizards were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Walker with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. To Cantor. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
To Beal. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark. To Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
I got ball. I'm here.
To Walker. Hayward. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Wall with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. There it is, John Wall. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Walker into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Tatum. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Another follow. No good. Kemba Walker against the former Finals MVP.
Substitutions, Washington. Substitutions.
Celtics have it. Short jumper misses. From the painted area, won't go down.
I agree, I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Thomas with the basketball. Down by 15. Here comes the screen. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Four 3. Well defended.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
To Thomas. Alexia Jinsa. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
To Thomas. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Off the assist.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That ball's out.
Substitutions, Boston. Substitutions, Washington.
Here's Wall for 2. He's looking for that touch.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Wizards with the basketball. To Wall. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
2 points. The assist from number 1.
Into the front court. It's Wall. He'll run the offense. To Beal. Driving right to the basket. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Wall.
Side up.
Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Beal to Wall. Beal to Wall.
Watch that back door.
Fine to shoot for Washington. Wall. Another chance. Celtics able to clear the board.
Light him up.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Beal.
Right.
Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Right here, y'all Detroit. I got ball.
Here comes the screen.
Coming up. Screen coming.
Fine to shoot. To Beal. For three. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
The assist from number 1.
Wall across the timeline. His guys down big. To Beal. Has a look. Iguodala's shot no good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
Drives, but his shot won't go down. Off the assist.
Man, I've seen this kid play with some grown men prior to making it to the league. As my old friend would say, same pan, same grease.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Wall to Beal. To Wall. Won't go.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
Hey, lock up.
That ball's out.
Hey, this our game. Let's take it out.
Substitutions, Boston. Subbing in for the Washington Wizards. Number
It's
0.
Thomas. 4-2. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Thomas across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Boston with the basketball. And a throwdown. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Gets to the basket and scores.
Welcome to the league, young fella. But just because you got a bucket doesn't mean that you don't have to do your rookie chores after the game.
To Thomas.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Got it.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Thomas into the front court. Down a bundle. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Count the bucket for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
I'm here. Shot ball.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
The assist from number 30, Gershon Yabusele.
Pick up.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good.
I'm here.
And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
From long range, not going down here. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Screen coming.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
C.J. Miles.
4-3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
You can count that one a 4-point play. Thomas. Here comes the screen. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Alexis Ajinça at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Wizards at the controls. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Thomas. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Count it.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
He gets it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Thomas. Fires the 3. Not that time. Layup goes down. Well done.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Wizards have it. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Cruises inside for 2.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Turns and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Count the basket at the rim.
The assist from number 1.
Thomas. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Boston Celtics, number 8, Kemba Walker.
Thomas to Beal. Alexis Ajinça sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Thomas with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Entering the game for the Wizards, number 42.
The Wizards with 4 to shoot. It's Thomas. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Hayward.
2 minutes remaining.
Not that time.
Defense, let's go.
Count the basket inside.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
A lot of contact. No whistle. To Beal. It's no good. Great defense.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
It's Isaiah Thomas. Deep two there. Won't go.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
And he buries it.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Thomas. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Isaiah Thomas, good on the quick release for 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. The follow won't go either. Beal. Great feed. From the painted area, won't go down.
I'll say this, great young talent, but needs to really start making better decisions and protecting the ball.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for the Washington Wizards, number 7, Carmelo Anthony.
To Anthony. For 3, won't go down. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.